Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about this error, unprotected private key file, and this is more detail about the error, like permission 0644 for this mypair key .pem are to open. It is required that your private key files are not accessible by others. So this private key will be ignored, and then the load is having incorrect permission. So it says bad permission, and then the connection is closed, saying permission denied. So I got this error when I am trying to use SCP. So SCP is used to securely transfer files from one Linux host to another. So I'm just trying to transfer this app.zip to my EC2 instance, and the DNS name as specified. The user is EC2 user. I'm transferring it to this folder, home and EC2 user. So it gets failed because of the reason. See, for this SCP command, I have to connect to another EC2 instance and do the file transfer, right? So for that, I have to use a private key. So what is a private key is for an EC2 instance, the key pair which you download, that is a private key. It looks like this. So when you download the key pair, it downloads a PEM file, and the PEM file, the content of the PEM file is this. So this is a private key, uh, and then the public key is stored within the EC2 instance. So when you do the secure file transfer, it actually validates this, and then it establishes the connection. But even if your private key is correct, you still are not able to do this transfer, because for SCP command there are some restrictions. You cannot use a private key file which is accessible to others. So as you can see, the permission here is 0644, which allows everyone to access this PEM file, any user which has logged in. So let's say I have logged in to this EC2 instance by the EC2 user. So that is actually the main user, but others also are able to access it. So how do we make this PEM file accessible only by the EC2 user is within this build, you can do a chmod. So for chmod, using chmod, you can modify the permissions and you can set to accessible only to the EC2 user. So how did I fix this issue is using chmod command. I set chmod 400, and then this is my private key file. So 400 means it's a read only for me. That's why the digit 4. And then 00 means there are no permission for the group and there are no permission for the others. So earlier by default it says 0644. So it gives a read permission to others as well, and other users, and for the group it gives read permission. But I don't want to give them the read permission, so I just remove the 44, and also I change 6 to 4 so that I'll have only the read only permissions. So this is how I have resolved this. So you can see the log over here when I made this, when I ran this command, and then after that I have executed the scp command, which works fine, and then the data has been transferred. So if I can log into the EC2 instance and do ls, so you can see my file is already there, the app.zip, which I was transferring using the scp command. So scp command, and then the attributes, and then the key pair -i and the key pair. Key pair is nothing but your private key. If you generate the key pair using Before creating the EC2 instance, you generate it, and then you have to select the PEM file format. So this is how it gets generated, and you can use this to connect to the EC2 instance. So if you don't know already, so this is a part of code build. So when you do a code build, it creates a new instance and it runs the build over there. So whatever you have specified in your build spec.yml, it runs over there. So there are a few sections like install, pre-build, build, and post-build. So whatever Linux commands you type here, it is going to execute it over there. So let's say the installing dependencies, right? So it shows only few logs, but if you want, you can see that as well. Okay, it says install phase. You can see over here we have an install phase, right? So it goes over there, and then it says installing dependencies, right? So before that, there are a lot of things that happens internally. So we will check that later. But so you try to understand this is like your commands which you have written in the build spec file is getting executed. So this is how you do it, and then in this build spec file itself, if you are using a key pair, you have to change the permission. But if you are keeping it somewhere else, that is much better. If you are having it in a secure location instead of your repository, that's a better option. So I think I have covered the error in detail, but if I have missed something, let me know in the comment section and I'll try to reply to that. That's all for this video, guys, and thanks for watching.